The topic of forgiveness is a really difficult one because it's something that everybody deals with constantly, but very few people actually understand. And I don't consider myself an expert on it, but I've done a little research on it lately, so I'll share what I know with you. So whenever we deal with forgiveness, the number one thing people always bring up is they bring up that verse in Matthew 18 where Jesus says that you should forgive your brother 77 times or 70 times 7. And people always pull that out as sort of like a trump card and like, you should forgive me. Oh, I did it again, you should forgive me. Oh, I did it again, you should forgive me. And that's true. We should always forgive people. But I think a lot of us have sort of a skewed view of what forgiveness actually is. The dictionary defines forgiveness, or to forgive, as to stop being angry at or to stop blaming someone who has done you wrong. You see, forgiveness is not something that we necessarily feel, and it's not necessarily this like amazing gift that we give someone else, but forgiveness is something where we say, there's this thing, there's this pain, there's this hurt, it's been weighing on me, and I'm making the decision to take that off. I'm making the decision to not carry that anger, to not carry that pain around anymore. And there's a movie that came out last year. It's called Philomena, starring Judi Dench, and there's an amazing line that she has about forgiveness. These nuns basically sell her child without telling her to these Americans. And years later, she confronts the nun who was like the mastermind behind this plan, and she looks her in the eye and she says, I forgive you. And her friend, who's played by Steve Coogan, is furious. He's like, how, just like that, just like that? And she says, no, not just like that. That's hard for me. But I don't want to be angry at people. That must be exhausting. And to me, that's exactly what forgiveness is. And no matter how many times someone wrongs me, I can forgive them because I'm going to choose to not let that affect me anymore. Now, just because we forgive somebody doesn't mean we forget it. People say, well, forgive and forget. I don't think that's true. In fact, I don't believe that's even what God does. When God forgives us, I don't think he necessarily forgets about it. It never says that God has forgotten us or forgotten our sins. It says that God has separated us from our sins. It says that God has cleansed us from our sins. I believe that God knows about those sins still. He just chooses to let them go. He chooses to forgive us. He chooses to not carry that pain that our sins cause him around. So just because we forgive someone doesn't mean we have to forget what they've done. And just because we forgive someone doesn't mean that the relationship, whatever it is, has to go back to exactly the way it was before. We can forgive someone and you can still say, but I can't be around you anymore. What's happening is destructive, so we need to go our separate ways. Forgiveness is a letting go of the pain that we've been holding on to. And wise forgiveness knows that sometimes changes need to be made. That's all we have for you today. Make sure you keep sending us your questions by using the hashtag askanima, or just leave them in the comments below. And also make sure you keep checking out our other videos. We have a new video every single Friday. We'll see you next week.